Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. My name is Randa and today we are starting another week of a new Randa's Crafty vlog. Hopefully this week will have a little bit more of the crafty in it because hopefully I will have time to actually craft. I have a little bit to show you today and hopefully I should have more as the week goes on. And hopefully because the house is mostly unpacked, I will have more time. Where was I going with that? Oh, right. I will have more time to and more wherewithal to continue filming these every day and keep you updated and stuff because last week I sucked. I missed Wednesday and Friday, I think. I was not killing it. But the house is mostly unpacked now. There's one more box that needs to be unpacked that has some of my clothes in it. And some other stuff, I think, random stuff that goes in here in the office, and I honestly don't really know what's in it. There's that, and then there's a box of decorations, which is okay because that's the fun stuff. I managed to fit almost all of the decorations that were in our apartment in one box. It was insane. I don't know how I managed that because it's not oh, we only have 4 decorations. We had a lot of decorations. How did I manage to fit them all in one box? But anyway, then the only thing that's left after that is all of this. I have 1, 2, 3 boxes in here that need to be unpacked. 4 boxes in here that need to be unpacked. 2 giant boxes, the one that you can kind of see it right there, the one that my chair came in, and then the one that the filing cabinet came in is over here that I need to get rid of, throw away somehow, put somewhere. I don't know, because we still don't have a garbage can. So I don't really know where to put those. I think I'm going to put them in a pile somewhere because we need to go back to the apartment at some point this week. We did go this weekend and clean it. So we went to the apartment this weekend and cleaned it, and we were going to drop off keys, but I had forgotten. I bought new drip pans to change out the nasty ones, and forgot to bring them. And then we were gonna drop off keys that day or whatever, and we forgot they were closed on Sundays. So so we have to go back at some point this week to change out the drip pans and then turn in keys. But it's clean and it's ready to go. But we don't have a trash can here yet, and because we're still paying rent, we've been using the dumpster because we have so much freaking giant boxes from furniture and stuff that we've been buying. Because over the weekend our bed frame came in, so we have a bed frame because ours broke while we were moving, so we bought a new bed frame for our bed, and then we bought a new TV this weekend because ours was a 39-inch or something like that, 35, so it was quite small, and it worked fine in our apartment. But now that we're in a bigger house, our living room is massive and it looks like a little computer monitor in there. And so we were we need to do something about this. And so thankfully Perry and I both just got our tax refunds, and we both got a couple $1,000s, and we had money saved up, and we also got back our earnest money and whatever. And so it's a really good time that all of those lined up, that we have the money to do things like this. So we bought a TV. We bought a 65-inch TV. Fuck yeah, man. It looks so good. And we're very excited about it. And then what else big did we buy? I don't know. I bought shoe racks for in the bedroom, for in our closet, in our master bedroom. And so there were boxes for those, and there was there's just boxes for everything. And then all of the boxes that we had while we were moving, we kept a few of them, but we threw most of them away because it's we really don't plan on moving for at least 5 to 10 years, if ever. And so we're not gonna need those. We thought about shoving them in the crawl space, and then it's we can just get more when and if we move, So we kind of just got rid of them because there were boxes all over our freaking dining room, living room, whatever. And like, it was not, I needed to get them out of there. So we hauled all our trash to the apartment dumpster this weekend. And when we go back to do trip pans, we actually have more, because I forgot about these boxes that are in here. And there was like a bag of just like small amounts of like stuff that I decided we no longer needed as I was unpacking. And so I have like a trash bag full of that kind of stuff that we forgot to throw away, and like things like that we'll have to bring back. And then at some point this week, we should get like our trash can, so that we can actually like participate in trash day, like good suburban citizens. It's so weird because like, of course, like with my family and stuff, I've had trash days, but I've never had a trash day like living away from my parents, you know, like in the times that I have lived away from my parents, I've lived in an apartment. And so it's like, you don't have like trash day. It's all the very like suburban things that like I'm doing now because we own a house in suburbia. It's interesting. Oh, also this weekend, the funniest thing, we like just got up on Sunday morning. It was snowing. It was whatever. And I get up and I go to the bathroom, and Perry goes into the living room and he goes, babe. I'm like, what? It's like, come here, like right now, like come here. I was like, God, okay, hold on. So I'm like trying to get out, whatever. And I get out the bathroom and there's like a dog, like not my dog, a dog. It was a blue heeler, like sweet little boy, in our house. And I was like, who is this? And he was like, I don't know. He was in our backyard. And I was like, he was just in our backyard? And he was like, yeah. And it's not like we live, like we're the second house in from the corner house. So it's like, it's not like, oh, we're a corner house. I guess he could have just hopped the fence or whatever. Like unless he was one of our direct neighbors, he would have had to hop multiple fences if he was just like on the street or whatever. And so we're sitting there going, okay, thinking about, okay, our neighbors to the left definitely don't have a healer. Our neighbors to our right might have a healer. I really don't think the neighbors behind us, you know, directly behind us have a healer, but maybe they do. So we're trying to think about who in the neighborhood has a blue healer. We've only lived here for a week, so we don't really know. And he had a collar on, but he didn't have a tag. He just had the collar. So it's like, okay, well, he has a collar. Obviously, he has an owner, but like, we don't know. He didn't have like an address. We didn't know where to take him to. And so we were like, I guess we'll just start knocking on doors. And Perry and I even had the very brief conversation of like, if nobody claims this dog, we need to like be prepared to like, we have a new dog, you know? But it's like, he had a collar on, and when we put him on a leash to start, you know, bringing him around the neighborhood to see if anybody recognized him, he walked like loose leash. Like he had obviously been trained to walk loose leash. And I was like, okay, this is somebody's dog. Like we just need to figure out whose dog this is. And so we went to the neighbors that direction and knocked on the door, and nobody answered. And I was like, I don't know. Perry and I were standing at the door going, I kind of don't think they have a healer. I've never seen it. I've never heard it. I've never whatever. And so we were like, well, maybe the neighbor's like directly behind us. That was our next best guess, because otherwise we were thinking about like how he could have like hopped the fence, because there's not holes in our fences or anything. He had to hop them, which makes sense because he's a blue heeler, but like, where did you hop from? I don't understand. And so, we're walking like around the house and like down the block, to get to the house that's directly behind us. And as we're walking down the street, it's snowing, it's cold. We're trying to find the owners of this dog. And as we're walking down the street, this car starts to pull up, and this woman sticks her head out the window and she goes, oh my God. And we're like, okay. She pulls over and she opens the door and she gets out. Hi, buddy. Oh my God, I can't believe. And she's like, thank you so much. Like, you know, she apparently has 2 dogs, and she lets her dogs like kind of take themselves on walks, that they like go out just like by themselves, and they apparently come back home after a little while. which would, I don't know how she does that. Like, I'm good for you, but like that would scare the living bejesus out of me. That there's no identification. There's no, like, my dog doesn't go anywhere by herself, and she has an air tag because I'm so scared of like losing her that she's gonna hop a fence and be gone. And so it's like, they had no sort of identification. They have no whatever. And you just like, your dogs just go for a while. Like, that would scare me, but you do you. And so she was like, yeah, we let them out for their walk, and then they never, you know, one came back and the other one didn't. And so we've been running around looking for them, and we were like, oh, well, he ended up in our backyard. Like, so he was just on the street, and because they were like, oh, do you need a ride home? And whatever. We were like, no, we're just like right there. Like, we were like one house away from our house. And they went, oh, did you just move in? Because everybody knows that this house was on the market. And so every time we say, oh yeah, that's it, they're like, oh, you're the new owners. Like, everybody on the street knows. And so they went, oh yeah, we're just at the end of the street. So they're like a good 7 houses down from us. That they're still on our street, but they're like 7 houses down. And she was like, oh, yay, awesome, cool, we're just down at the end of the street. I think, God, of course now I can't remember the names. I'm pretty sure she said Stephanie and my husband, Chris. They were like closer to our age. It was kind of cool that it was a couple that was closer to our age. Maybe a little bit older, but like closer at least. And so it's like, think about that. His house is 7 houses down that way. He ended up in our backyard, which is not like on the end or whatever. So he had to like jump multiple, probably from the street. He had to jump multiple fences in order to end up in our yard. And there were, when my boyfriend woke up this morning, there were tracks all over our yard. He was hanging out in there for a while. So it's like, he just like thought our yard was cool and like wanted to hang out. It's like, he was such a sweet boy. And so, but I was glad to get him back to his owners, and we were like, holy shit. So we met the neighbors that were 7 houses down because their dog ended up in our yard. But that was a fun adventure. Perry and I were like, if nobody claims this dog, like, we have a new dog now, you know? Like, we were prepared to take in a dog. And no, but the minute I already had a suspicion that he was like somebody else's dog because of the collar, and the minute we got him on a leash, I was like, this is somebody's dog. This is a trained dog. This is not like just a stray or whatever. Like, this is somebody's dog, and we need to figure out whose dog it is. So, yeah, I was like, and I told Perry, I was like, if they weren't driving around, like, we would have never known. Because I wouldn't have gone and knocked on the house 7 houses down. Like, I would have never thought of that. I would have knocked on, like, the surrounding 4 houses or whatever. And if nobody knew who it was, put up signs or something and keep him until, like, I don't know. Like, if they weren't driving around, I would have never been like, let's go 7 houses down and knock on their door and see what happens. But anyway, so that happened. And we bought a new TV, and we got our groceries, and we went and cleaned the apartment, and I'm tired. We unpacked some more this weekend. I'm freaking exhausted. So it is Monday morning, in case I didn't say that already. It's like 9 a.m., 9:30. I'm procrastinating big time on starting my day. I have some internship work to do. I have some school work to do. I would like to have some extra time today to sort of start unpacking this office, but like, we'll see. So I wanted to show you guys the crafting that I've done over the weekend, because I actually did craft a little bit this weekend. So I've been working on mostly my diamond painting, which is a little different for me. Most of the time lately, God, there's dog hair all over this. Most of the time lately I've been stitching, and so to be like always wanting to diamond paint is kind of new to me, because I have been on a kick for like months of just wanting to stitch. And that's where they talk about, especially if you're someone who does multiple crafts like me. Like, I know a lot of diamond painters just diamond paint and that's it, and a lot of stitchers just stitch and that's it. But for the people who do multiple, you go through ebbs and flows in terms of what you are drawn to and what you feel like working on that day. And so if you don't touch your other craft for a while, like, it's okay. Give it a chance. Give it a hot minute, and it'll come back. Like, when I was really on my stitching kick, I would diamond paint like maybe once a month for a couple months. And so it's like, but then now it's, you know, like a couple months later and all I'm doing is diamond painting. So it's like, it will come back. Don't throw away your stuff. Don't whatever, just like give it a minute. But especially with me, because I do that all the time. So this is the diamond painting I've been working on. This is a Diamond Art Club, and it is Afternoon Tea by Randall Spangler, which I bet everybody has seen about a gajillion and a half times, but it's okay. Here's where I am. I'm like getting there, right? I only have like, after this section, maybe like 2 more rows left at the top, and then, doesn't it look so good? It looks so good. This is a round drill diamond painting, and it is a 56 by 69 centimeter diamond painting with 2 ABs. I think it looks so good. So I've been happily working on this, and I think I'm finally, when I'm done with this kit, I've talked about doing this kit. After like the past 3 kits, I was like, all right, this is the next one that I'm gonna do. And then I would do something else. And then I went, okay, never mind. This is the next kit I'm gonna do. And then I would do something else. So now I think I'm really gonna do this kit after I'm done with that one. Always by Sarah Richter from Mindfulness Diamond Painting. It's a square. I'm wanting a square. Just wanted to follow up on Perry. Perry needs to send that to the lender. Jeez, I forgot about that. Thank you for the email reminder. I'm gonna do that kit now because I want to do it. This is my 2nd Diamond Art Club in a row or something. I don't remember what I did before this, but it's definitely my 2nd round in a row, my round drill kit. And so I definitely want to do a square. So that's what I'm gonna try to do next, and hopefully I don't change my mind. So that's the diamond painting. I've been working on mostly that all weekend. I've done like 3 rows on that. This I worked on very briefly last night, so I still thought I'd show you because I actually haven't showed you even the start of this kit because I've been so busy. So this was the kit that I started next in cross stitch because I finished Dreaming Girl by Barbara Anna. It's in a box somewhere. I will show it to you when I find it. But this is a Dimensions Gold kit, and it is called Beacon at Daybreak. It is a basically full coverage, and it has a bunch of like cross stitch and half stitch and whatever. Like I said, it came in a whole kit. And this whole thing was like $6 or something ridiculously like stupid cheap. I got it off of 123 Stitch. It was like one of the first things I ever purchased off of 123 Stitch. Because at the time I was buying nothing but full coverage, and now I'm like, I do like everything but full coverage. But anyway, I started this. It's on 18 count Ivory Aida. This is the first time I've worked on Aida since my very first cross stitch kit ever, which was another kit that I got from Walmart that came on 14 count Aida, I believe, or 16 count Aida. And then after that, I've done nothing but linen. And so it's kind of fun to be working on Aida again. But it was Dimensions, so it came with all of the floss and stuff. I'm doing it in my Floss Buddy, and I ordered these special, I got these off of Etsy. They're bobbin stickers, but they're in the Dimensions numbers. So you can label them according to the Dimensions numbers, and then you can find them, which I think is really fun. So now I have a whole bunch of, I'm gonna have to start a whole separate thing of like Dimensions bobbins. But aren't the colors so pretty? There's so many good colors in this one. So let me show you. This is my Floss Buddy, just in case I didn't say that. This is my Floss Buddy. It's from Bags Plus. Corinna sells them on Etsy, BAGZ Plus. They're freaking fantastic. This is the 45 pocket one. This is my favorite size. And it has I'll show you the inside when let me see if I can. The inside is like these cute little bunnies and so cute fabric. She makes them herself. She lives in the UK and she sends them to you. They're freaking fantastic. I have like an obsession with them. So definitely go check her out, Bags Plus on Etsy. And neighbors always distracting me while I'm filming. Here's what I've got so far. So I started like I do most of my full coverage kits, and started right in the middle, and then I'm working my way down. This is a needle minder from somewhere. From somewhere. I want to say that it's from Mad for Minders, but that could be so unbelievably wrong. I don't know. Anyway, a lot of this is in full cross and half cross. It was my first time ever doing half cross stitch, which is interesting. But I'm getting the hang of it. And every time I finish a square, I do the back stitch. So all of the back stitch is done in this row, pretty much. There's some that like seeps into some of the lower and upper rows, and I'm not gonna do it until I get there. I do the back stitch like as soon as it makes sense. That as soon as I complete a section to the point where I can complete the back stitch, then that's when I do the back stitch. You know what I mean? So like these windows, after that square was complete, I could back stitch those windows, and so I did. You know, I want to get it out of the way. I hate back stitching, but I do think that it like adds to the piece, and so I will do the back stitching, but I will never wait until the end to do the back stitch. That sounds awful. So but it just came on this little piece of like ivory Aida, and yeah, this is what I got so far. So you can see like the start of the house and the lighthouse over here, and then like the water and stuff, and then I'm gonna work my way down until I finish, and then go up until I finish. So that's that. Yeah, that's kind of all. I got a lot of work to do today. Oh, I'm not excited about it. I don't want to do any of the work. I don't really want to do the work today. I don't really want to do the work today. You know that TikTok song? It's a good song. So yeah, I guess that's all that there is to show you guys. So I guess I'm gonna get to work now. I wish I could just sit and diamond paint all day. I'm so tired, but anyway, hope you guys have a great day, and I'll talk to you tomorrow. Hello everybody, it is Tuesday, March 8th. It is 10:59 in the morning. I have been doing a little bit of bullshit this morning. I had a charge, like a medical bill from 2020 when I was like walking through the grocery store. It was like sort of the height of the pandemic. So like in the winter, after it originally started, it was the next winter. So late 2020, I was like I was like walking through the store having a really hard time breathing, like feeling I wasn't getting enough air. And it was a big thing at the time, and so my mom was like, just be safe, just go to the urgent care. And so I said, okay, fantastic. So I went to urgent care, and I felt fine. I was like, I didn't feel like I wasn't getting enough oxygen, but yet it felt like I couldn't take a full deep breath, you know what I mean? So that I was like huffing and puffing in the store a little bit because I couldn't quite get a full deep breath. I couldn't quite catch my breath. And so I went, and they put the pulse oximeter or whatever over my finger. Jesus! They put it over my finger, and they were like, you have like you're at like 68% or what, I don't know, whatever the number is. It was 68. And your normal oxygen levels are at like 80 to 90 or something like that. And so they were like, yeah, you need to go to the emergency room like right now. And I was like, holy fuck. So I went to the emergency room, and they took it, and it was normal. And I was like, what? And he was like, it's 'cause you have fake nails on, that your fake nails screwed up the pulse oximeter and gave you a wrong reading. And I was like, and they didn't tell me that at the freaking urgent care? So I went so I was in the emergency room. My oxygen was fine. They did a COVID test just to make sure, and it was negative, and so they let me go. But of course, I was at the emergency room because they told me to go there. I was just gonna do urgent care, and they told me to go to the emergency room, so I did what they told me to do and got billed for it. And my mom has been, because she understands this stuff so much more than I do, that she's been trying to help me like fight that bill, because it was like $1,200. And, and so we were trying to fight it because A, because I'm on Medicaid now, and B, and I would have qualified for Medicaid back then if I had applied for it, if I had thought to do that. And B, according to my W-2, I only made like $7,000 in that year. So, because I was working part-time, I was like, like, I was a student. I am a student still, but and so we were trying to fight it, and she put in a dispute with my W-2 or whatever, and like for 6 months it said under review. It was like we were just waiting for it until she got a call from them today saying that it was like going to collections. And she was like, motherfucker. And so she's like, this is a situation where you kind of have to call them. I can't like call them on your behalf or whatever. She's like, I guess I could, pretend to be you, but like, I was like, yeah, I get that. So I was like, but I'm scared. I don't know how to like debate medical bills with people. Like, and so she was like, here, just like ring them in and I'll stay silent, and just be on the call until like you need something, and then I can pop in. And I was like, okay. So I tried to just handle it by myself, and we got it all sorted. We got it down to like $50, in which case we were like, we'll just fucking pay that. And so then got off the phone and paid the collections people and whatever. It didn't like go to the collections to the point where it was going to affect my credit. It was at like the other part. So it was fine. So like it didn't affect my credit score or whatever, which was good. That's what we were worried about when we saw like this is going to go to collections. We were like, not my fucking credit score. It's like, we've been on top of it. We've been trying to whatever. So did that this morning, and then I'm doing some schoolwork, and then filming this, and then I'm going to therapy, and then I'm going to the apartment because I need to turn in our keys, officially move on from that, and then I'm meeting my mom for like happy hour to just chat and have girls time. So that's all happening today. I need to leave in like an hour and a half, so I'm hoping to get a little bit of schoolwork editing done, and then we'll see. Yesterday I busted my freaking ass yesterday, like getting all my schoolwork done, getting all my internship work done, getting all my whatever, and I still have like one more assignment to do that's due on Thursday, but otherwise I'm done with schoolwork pretty much for the week, and I'm done with internship work pretty much for the week, and so it feels really good to not, so and my dog has been taking a nap with me today. She's laying right next to me. She's decided to nap in my office with me today, which is very cute. Ollie decided it was a good idea to walk along my desk and burn his hair off on my candle. He like singed a portion of his fur on his butt. I was like, you fucking dumbass. But he was nice and singed, and it smelled like, burning hair in here for a little bit, and it was okay. But he's okay. He's fine. I was just like, I was like on the phone with the collections people when he like burned himself. I was like, oh my God, bud, jeez, oh God. So that happened. But yesterday, after I like worked my ass off getting all that shit done, I was exhausted. I was like a freaking zombie last night, and I'm still tired. I still could use like a full day of not having to do anything. There's always something to do. There's boxes to be unpacked, there's errands to be ran, there's schoolwork to do, there's internship work to do, there's always something to be done. And I'm very ready to kind of have like the house unpacked and have a day where I don't have to do anything. And I can just relax. It sounds nice. I haven't had that in a while, so I'm desperately needing that, but we'll get there. We'll get through it. So that's what's happening today. I did diamond paint last night, but I only did like one little section, so you don't need to see it. It's okay. But I did diamond paint, which was good. And then we just kind of hung out and had dinner and whatever. I was fucking exhausted. I was so tired. I like took a nap at some point, and then Perry had to like force me to get up to go like take a shower and get ready for bed. And when I was like, I just want to crawl into bed. I don't want to do anything else. I don't want to shower. I don't want to brush my teeth. I just want to go to bed. Like, ugh, I was so tired. But all was good. So I am gonna try to get some work done, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Hey y'all, do we need more proof that I suck at keeping up with the vlog? I keep saying I'm gonna do better, and then I get busy unpacking and I don't do better. You know? So today's Monday. It is Monday the 14th. So you'll be seeing 2 clips from this same day. You'll be seeing it at the end of this vlog and at the beginning of next. I'm sorry. I think I say this every week, so we'll see, but like I really think it should be smoother this time because the house is officially unpacked. Completely. Dunzos. And I'm sorry if you can hear growling. Ash and Ollie are wrestling under my desk at the moment. But I did want to pop on real quick and show you, I'll probably talk a little bit more about like life stuff on the next vlog, but I figured for today I would talk a little bit about cross stitch because I have stuff to talk about. So I abandoned a project. I did. I just was like I was not feeling it. My heart wasn't in it, and just it made me like not want to stitch. And that was not, when I have so many incredible things that I would love to work on, I don't want to spend my time on something that's just like, meh, you know? So I abandoned it. It's now a UFO. If you don't know what that means, that is an unfinished object in cross-stitch terms. And it could mean either 2 things. It means many things for many different people. So it's either, guys, will you stop? We have a whole house, and you have to wrestle right here while I'm trying to film. Anyway, it usually means one of 2 things. A UFO, unfinished object, usually means that it's going in the closet for a while. It's unfinished and it's going in the closet for a while, but I do plan on pulling it back out someday. And then there's, guys, that is my trash can. Stop playing with my you absolute imbeciles. I love you both. Or, guys, really? With the trash can? Stop it. Or, it means it's unfinished, it's done, I'm abandoning it. Bye. UFO is a bye-bye, never see you again. For me, it could be either. It depends on the situation. This situation is, it's donesos. I threw it in the garbage can, like I was done. Ollie, stay away from my fake plant. Stop it. Don't do it. He's staring at it like I want to climb. I want to climb the fake tree. Do not climb my fake tree. Anyway, so I completely like just threw it away. I was done. I didn't want anything to do with it anymore. And so I dug through my stash a little bit and I dug out a new project. This is Map of Hawk Run Hollow by Carriage House Samplings. And I'll give you a little bit of a closer look at it. Isn't it so cool? I don't know why. There was something, I was always like kind of drawn to this piece, and then I saw it actually stitched and like on a floss tube video, and then I was really drawn to it. So I was like, yeah, need that in my life. So really it's charted in all silk, in all NPI silk, needlepoint silk. No, wasn't doing that. That was like massively expensive. So wasn't doing that. But they have a Dmc conversion, so I did it in all DMC. And it's called for on Vintage Autumn Gold, I believe, by somebody. picture this plus. I don't know. And it's 40 count. And when I bought this, I was a naive little stitcher who was just like, I was just ordering fabric and whatever count it called for because I truly didn't know my preference in terms of counts of linen yet, and so I figured I'd just try all of them. So I didn't have vintage autumn gold or whatever, but I ordered a 40 count linen. This is something, I'll show you in a second, but it's 40 count. Here's my progress. So I've done like the top of the eagle head. That's him. And so I'm starting in the very top left corner and working my way this way. I have, like, you can see I've kind of tucked it into my Q-snap. I have an unbelievable amount of fabric. Like, this is like a 17 by 25 piece of fabric or something, and the finished stitch size is like 12 by 13. So it'll a gajillion% fit on this fabric. So I wasn't, because usually I start in the center because I'm worried about like being offset and running out of room. I am not worried that I'm gonna run out of room on this. Look how much fucking fabric just kind of tucked in there. So anyway, this is a 40 count linen. I believe the color is called Sand Newcastle Linen by Picture This Plus. It's either New Sandcastle Linen or Sand Newcastle Linen, and I don't fucking know. So, but it's really pretty. It's just like this mottled beige looking thing, because they didn't, when I was ordering, I was gonna order it in the autumn vintage, see how it's like a really dark beigey gold. I was gonna order it in that, and then didn't happen. So they didn't have it, and so this was the one that I chose that I liked, and it's a light beige, and I think I actually really like the light beige. I think it's gonna look really good with this. So, but yeah, I've been doing this whole thing has taken me all weekend. So, granted, I've done a lot of stitching this weekend, but I kitted this up on Saturday, I believe, and I've been working on it all weekend. I did it either Friday night or no, I think I did it Friday night because I worked on it all day Saturday, all day Sunday. And this is what I've got. This is like a gajillion and a half stitches because it's 40 count. It's tiny. The first thing I started with was the top of the border. And when I did that, I had a very long debate with myself on whether because it's like, if I'm gonna stop and restart it on something else, I need to do it now before I get like too much progress and whatever. So I had a very long debate with myself of whether I wanted to continue doing it on 40 count. And I was like, you're here, like, just do it. Because then I was like, God, then I'm gonna have to order a new piece of fabric and figure out something else to start for now. And I had already kitted all of this up and I didn't want to kit up something else. And so I just did this. I just went with it. And as I'm going with it, I am definitely getting more used to it. It's getting easier the more that I do it. But I'm never stitching on 40 count again. No. It's just too small. That unless I have like really good light coming in, it is very difficult to see. And I am 22 and I have like 20/20 vision. So the fact that it's hard for me to see is saying a lot because it's fucking tiny, man. No. So it's like I can do it, and I think the detail when it's done, because it's so small, is gonna look fucking insane, but never again. Never again. I'll convert it to 32 count. I'll convert it to 28 count, whatever. Those I can see. The 40 count is just way too much. So, because I've stitched on 36 count and went, this is kind of small. And 40 count just takes it to a whole other level. So, but that's that. And I'm so excited about it. And it's all I've been working on. It's all I've been doing is just stitching this because I'm fucking pumped about it. My plan for this room is that I'm gonna have like some shelves behind me here with some cute stuff on it, and then on this wall that you can't see, I think is gonna be deemed like kind of my cross stitch wall, that I'm gonna put up all my favorite cross stitch pieces and maybe like switch them out every once in a while or switch them out with the holidays or whatever. This is going on that wall when it's done, 100,000,000%. I still need to, what I want to put on the wall is I need to frame Dreaming Girl and get that up on the wall because I love that piece. So anyway, that is my talk for this week. You'll see me looking exactly like this next week because it is Monday, so I'm starting a new one. And like I said, I'm going to try to keep up with it. I know I promise that every week, but I'm going to keep fucking trying until I can keep up with this. So I hope you guys had a great week. I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't cry at me. What do you want? What do you want? You're a punk. She's sitting here crying. I love you all, and I hope you have a great rest of your week and week whenever you're watching this. Bye.